All right, Jack, so what I want to do now is I want to wrap up today's lesson, all right?
Yes, sir.
So let's go over a couple things that we talked about. All right, so the first thing we talked about is your setup position, all right? You really had a narrow stance at first, so I have your feet a little bit more under, I have your insteps more under your armpits, so you have a little bit broader base. And then we adjusted your ball position a little bit, all right?
Yes, sir.
You have a 7-iron here, and at first, your ball was played off of your right hip, whereas now we have it just ahead of center, which will allow for a more consistent impact position, right? So
Yes,
we
sir.
want to make sure that we're practicing setting up in a consistent spot, all right?
Yes, sir.
Make sure that when you're at the driving range, you're utilizing the alignment rods like I showed you today, so you're making good contact, all right?
Yes, sir.
A couple other things we talked about besides setup was your golf swing, all right? When you go to the top of your swing, what you like to do, you like to shift your weight and then turn your body. I understand what you're trying to do to get to the top of your swing. However, that sequence was throwing off your golf swing. So to combat that, what we had you do is feel like you're extending your body out while keeping your weight on the inside to get to the top of your swing. And once you did that, your swing became a little bit more consistent as well as a little bit straighter, right? You weren't swinging so far into out as well as taking the club too far back to the inside, right? And you saw in the videos how that was helping, okay?
Yes, sir.
So now, also besides that, we talked a little bit about how you're transitioning down to the ball, all right? As you transition down to the ball, we shouldn't be starting our swing down to the ball with our arms. We should be starting the swing down with our body. And when we did those impact position drills, getting your hips out of the way, it allows you to get into a better position, right, at impact, right? So as you get to the top, right, as you get to the top of your swing, go ahead and get to the top of your swing, right? We don't transition down with our arms, we transition down with our lower body, which in turn is gonna get the club moving in the right direction, all right?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about today?
I don't.
All right, did you enjoy it?
Yes, sir.
What'd you think about it?
It was a good lesson.
All right, so I appreciate it, Jack. Thank you very much,
sir.
man. I'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.